Ever since the assassination of Charlie Kirk that took place on September 10th, we are seeing a wave of firings, cancellations, people losing their jobs for saying some of the dumbest things out there, repulsive things, offensive things, mind you, about Charlie Kirk, either attacking him, lying about him, or just outright mocking the guy, and even his supporters out there over what happened on the 10th. And the most recent example has a lot to do with Jimmy Kimmel, for the Jimmy Kimmel Live show, and how that was pulled off the air by Nextstar and Sinclair, and following that, ABC and Disney took a stand and took him off the air as well. And this is really going viral at this point because we know that the market is speaking, and a lot of people are pointing that out there, that the quote-unquote market is speaking. And in light of all of this, after Jimmy Kimmel, in his comments about Charlie Kirk, and Trump supporters really went viral and it backfired on him in the worst way possible for him, because now he's taken off the air. He is canceled indefinitely. We have to say indefinitely because he may or may not come back. We'll have to wait and see. What's interesting, though, is that you have a lot of celebrities either coming forward to defend or even outright call out Jimmy Kimmel. And the latest example has a lot to do with Mel Gibson. Now, we know one thing about Mel Gibson right now is that Mel is one that likes to call out the nonsense. He likes to actually promote common sense. And look, I get it. He made some very crazy comments back in the day, years and years ago. But over that course, right, over the course of well over a decade, he's been trying to rebuild himself, and he's been trying to really just chase any, level of redemption. And I think that he really did get a lot of his own fans back over the years. Of course, he didn't get everybody back. But one thing I will say about Mel Gibson is that what I do like about this guy is that he does tell it like it is. And he is a true American patriot. Now, one thing about all of this is that with the Jimmy Kimmel Live show now canceled indefinitely by ABC and Disney, following the action taken by both Nextstar and Sinclair to pull him off the air after his Charlie Kirk comments, basically labeling MAGA/Trump supporters as trying to score political points over the whole Charlie Kirk situation and his shooter. One major development going on now involves other celebrities coming forward to either call out Kimmel or to defend him. In the case with Mel Gibson, he recently called him out for his behavior mocking Charlie Kirk, his supporters, and supporters of Trump. Gibson delivered the following. Look, I'm sure everyone knows by now, but I'm a true patriot, I'm a true passionate patriot, and as an American, what Jimmy Kimmel said about the American people on air, and how he went off script and decided to do the opposite of what he was told by his producers, was truly sickening. How dare he say something like that about the American people, that Americans, specifically Trump supporters, were trying to score political points revolving around Kirk's murderer. This is so un-American, it makes me sick, and I feel bad for any of those in the film industry that decided to become a guest on his show, because this is just bad. It looks bad for him, and it most certainly looks bad for ABC and Disney. And I'm calling for them right now to take The View off the air as well. Do it now, ABC, because they have contributed nothing but hate to this entire country. I would say this is the best thing that Disney did in the past 10 years, maybe even more than that. It's something that many have been waiting for. And now look, whether or not Kimmel stays off the air, well, that's on them. That's up to them to make that call. But I just feel if they bring him back, they are going to paint themselves as fools. Just pure fools if they even dare to do that. This man deserved to stay off the air and to stay off for good. And now I think Nextstar, Sinclair, ABC, and Disney will hear the market speak, and they witness the demand coming from the American people, as far as I'm concerned. Looking at Kimmel, he doesn't love Americans. It's very telling of him to say the things that he said about MAGA Republicans and Trump supporters and Charlie Kirk supporters. And you don't have to support Trump to understand how serious of an issue that this is for Jimmy Kimmel. I don't care if you dislike Trump, that doesn't matter in this case. That's not what this is about. But for Kimmel to claim that Trump supporters were trying to score political points over Kirk's murderer, to basically say that, it makes me sick. His program is nothing but partisan propaganda. I mean, just look at how little Republican guests he has on his show. Now guys, let me just stop right there for one moment about what Gibson is saying. Now, he's right about that. It is a partisan propaganda show, basically. We know that Kimmel and his producers, they had multiple moments where they kicked off Republican guests. People like Sylvester Stallone, he was supposed to go on there quite a number of times, and those appearances were canceled, especially after he came out as a Trump supporter, quote unquote. That didn't work out too well for Jimmy Kimmel in the long run. He got a lot of backlash internally for that. And that really put ABC on edge as well, because they knew what they did was wrong, and they didn't really fully recover from that internally speaking. But what's interesting here is a very interesting point that not only Gibson is pointing out, but a lot of the, American people are pointing out right now. For those of you that do not know, Jimmy Kimmel Live is not live. Alright, these shows are typically filmed around 3 p.m., 4 p.m., maybe 5 p.m. at the latest, before they actually air on live television. So what Kimmel actually said, this could have easily been just scrubbed from the actual segment, but he touches on that. Let's get into this. Now, this is where Jimmy Fallon, he says, did something right, where he realized it was time to balance things out, to bring guests on regardless of their political views, and that is where ABC failed. And I think ABC is to blame for this too. These late night shows, everything is pre-taped, it isn't live. Guests come on usually around 3 or 4 p.m., give or take, to film that show before it airs at night. ABC could have easily cut that segment out altogether, so I have no sympathy for them either. It's all on them as well. It's time Kimmel stays off the air, and I hope ABC listens to the market right now. I hope they listen if they want to have a business. So, look, we know that ABC, something tells me, and I'm going to be very direct with you guys, something tells me that there's a 50-50 chance right now of Kimmel coming back on air, alright? And it really wouldn't surprise me, because Disney's gonna Disney. Let's be very real about that. But if the market speaks that loud, if the market keeps up with speaking that loud, there is a very good chance that Kimmel could very well stay off the air permanently after what he said about Trump supporters, Charlie Kirk supporters out there trying to score political points over Kirk's murderer. And again, this really is just a terrible situation when it comes to, how far the media has gone to attack the public, to paint the public as this, or that. And it just goes to show you exactly how the market really is speaking right now. There are a lot of people out there that have given up on Kimmel over the years, and now it's very much direct in ABC's face, and they know it. That's exactly why they had to step in after Nextstar and Sinclair took a stand. They took action against Jimmy Kimmel when they actually took action of pulling him off the air in several ways. And again, I've said this so many times, but I'll say it again. Jimmy Kimmel is not funny. Alright, I don't care what anyone else says, you can have your own opinion, that's fine, but this is my opinion. Jimmy Kimmel is not funny, and has not been funny ever since The Man Show came to a conclusion. And that was a very long time ago, mind you. Ever since he actually went on late night television, much like Stephen Colbert, it has been nothing more than a political propaganda show. And I think a lot of you out there will agree with that. But overall, I would love to hear what everyone has to say about Gibson, about other celebrities coming forward, and other celebrities on the opposite end defending Jimmy Kimmel, which is just crazy. Even Ben Stiller was trying to say how this is so wrong of ABC to do this, to cancel him outright like that. But overall, I would love to hear what you all have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.